Hey everybody, so this is going to be our next podcast. So what we're going to be doing for this podcast is we're going to be talking about a specific hero class. We're going to go through each hero class over the next few weeks to talk about the different powerful cards within each class, the different heroes within those classes that make that class powerful.
And to help us try to separate out the heroes a little bit better, when we say hero class and like what heroes qualify as that, we're actually going to take heroes that have a majority of that class. So every hero deck you have usually has 14, not including the transformation cards. That adds up to that number a little bit more, but the standard set is 14 heroes. And if more than half of those cards are...
14 cards within that hero
Yes,
set.
within that hero set. If more than half of that 14 hero set is a particular class, that is the predominant class for that hero.
Yeah, so it can fit into that podcast. So like, for example, if you're talking about base set Iron Man, when you're talking about his cards, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 cards that are going to be tech cards. And so because that's more than half of his cards are tech, we're counting him as a tech hero.
Yes, and this is not to just say like his range cards out of that deck are not useful or anything. Quite the contrary. It's just, I feel like when I see a hero that has majority of a particular class, that is what I associate with him all the time. Like Iron Man I see as tech, and those are the cards I'm going for.
Yeah. One caveat is that we do not own villains, and we do not have Secret Wars Volume 2 with us.
That's my fault.
It happens. It happens. So we're not going to be considering Secret Wars Volume 2 in this list. So those people that are Secret Wars Volume 2 Beast fans, we apologize in advance. So before we do actually get started with that, though, I want to talk to Fitz about the previous game that we played last week. We played a game with the New Mutants set. We used all 5 of the New Mutants heroes. We used the scheme, the Demon Bear Saga scheme, and we also used the mastermind from that set. It was Emma Frost. And so I wanted to ask you about what did you think about the set so far? Because that's the first time you've played that.
Well, it's also the first time we played a game together since
Before
post-pandemic.
quarantine.
Since before quarantine. And so that one was nice.
Yeah.
And two, I think I actually was converted. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and it wasn't because of the heroes themselves that I was excited about. New Mutants are cool, but it's never been a concept that intrigued me. What really got me and caught me off guard was the whole sunlight and moonlight keywords.
I love those keywords. Aren't they fun?
I spent more time focusing on the heroes in the HQ for sunlight and moonlight rather than the heroes themselves. I could care less who I had in my deck.
The drama waiting for the next card to flip and be like, moonlight, moonlight, moonlight. You're like, yeah!
We almost lost that one, too.
We did. We ended up winning against the Demon Bear Saga, though. There were like 3 cards left in it, and I think one of them was a scheme and the second to last card. And yeah, we ended up winning it. So I'm pretty sure I won by a substantial margin that game.
I'm just going to point out again, you would have lost had I not been there to help.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're useless on your own.
Uh-huh. All right, so what we're going to do, though, is the way we're going to go through each of the heroes is we have all of our tech heroes out. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one. We're going to look at the individual cards within that set. And then we are going to either put it into our top 5 list. That's going to be our final 5, is our top 5 heroes from tech. Or we're going to bump it off into the outside of that list. And so throughout this, there are going to be cards that are going to be moving in and then cards that are going to be moving out.
And like Zach said, we're going to go through the individual cards, but like, let's be specific. If we're going through the individual tech cards, we're not going to talk back on Iron Man. We're not going to talk about his range at all.
Yes.
Just for the basic fact that he's more of a tech guy anyways.
Yeah.
And keep in note, we are also counting 2-sided or like dual cards as well.
Yes. So multi-class. Not multi-class, but like split cards.
Yes.
And also there is no particular order to which, or rhyme or reason to what cards we're going into first. And so they're all just in front of us, and we're going to grab a random tech hero at a time and go from there.
Which I'm just going to do right now, actually. And
random. You're picking Moon Knight. That's not random.
It's totally random.
No, it's not. You love Moon Knight.
I'm indifferent.
Yeah, okay then.
So
completely random. My favorite one of all these cards that are out here.
Can I talk now? It's my turn to talk. Shush. Moon Knight, the random tech hero that I just picked out of the batch, is coming in with 2, 4, 6, 8 tech cards. Okay. So he's a little close on like the halfway mark.
Are they the commons, uncommons? What are they?
He's actually, they're the commons, and there's a commons and uncommon.
Okay. What is his rare?
His rare is actually an instinct.
Instinct? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So we won't be talking about that one.
Yeah.
The first tech card off of the list for Moon Knight is his common, and this one comes in as it's Climbing Claws. It costs 3. 2 recruit is the start. It has Wall Crawl. Now this is where he needs an instinct hero to play off of this one, because then if you do that, it then activates the ability where you get 1 more recruit. So it could turn into a 3-star recruit.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a Maria Hill.
Yeah.
Almost. Like practically. That's like a big deal. Like you're not guaranteed to get that 3rd star.
Yeah.
His next card is the Crescent Moon Darts, where you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's instinct or tech, draw it. It gives you 3 attack and it costs 5 to get. I also have been somewhat underwhelmed by this, so I don't think Moon Knight's going to be sticking in the top 5 for long. But
well, yeah, he's number 1 for now.
For now,
I like the fact that he's a Marvel Knight as well, so that's kind of nice. I mean, I like that that actual like.
It's funny. He comes in Paint the Town Red though.
Yeah, that's true. They're trying to expand upon it a little bit more. You know, Darks. I wish they would have done that with like the X Force, throwing some like random X Force heroes in some other sets. That'd have been cool.
I would agree with that.
So yeah. So for now, Moon Knight we'll say is number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
I definitely don't think he's going to stay around though.
No.
So let's do the second one. I'm going to go with. Let's not be predictable here.
I was going to say, don't you dare grab that one.
I'm going to go Beast from the X-Men set. Beast has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tech heroes. And the thing that I love about the tech heroes is that a lot of them are focused on draw power.
There is an emphasis on draw with tech.
And that's a big thing to me because my playstyle is all about trying to, plus off of my deck every single turn. So the first one is Beast's Rare. It's Recursive Pummeling, and it's 3 attack plus because it's Berserk. And if you played an X-Men hero previously, not focused on another class, but instead an X-Men hero, you may return a 0-cost, 3-cost, and a 4-cost card from your discard pile to your hand. So that's pretty solid. And then you have Captivating Conundrum. It's a 2-cost common. It has X-Gene Tech. You get to draw a card, and it's 1 attack. So that's kind of nice. And I love the X-Gene keyword as well.
It makes the discard pile useful.
It does, it does. Nice thing about this is, though, if you're playing another tech hero, let's say you're playing Tony Stark and Beast together, you can draw off your Tony Stark card, and the next turn you can, draw off your Beast card as well. So pretty cool. And then you have Calculated Rage. It's a 5-cost card. Look at the top card of your deck, discard it or put it back, and then you get to Berserk as well. Plus it's 3 attack. So I'm not a huge fan of the keyword Berserk just because of the randomness at times.
I'm not either. I do think this card's ability tries to help address that, though, because you get to see what's coming.
Yeah, I think that the hyperspeed aspect of it made it a lot better. Like, hyperspeed was a much better version of Berserk. I think it was done better.
They basically just like, let's take all of that rage and make it efficient.
Yeah. So do we both agree? I think that Beast goes in front.
I agree from that as well. Yeah.
So Beast is currently number 1 and Moon Knight is number 2.
Yes.
So what's next?
Really?
You're going for this one right away?
I closed my eyes. Oh, wow, I did. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for all of you listening, I picked up Bruce Banner. Now,
one of my favorites.
One of Zach's favorites. Now, because Bruce Banner, we're talking tech here, his transformations are not going to be part of the discussion. Okay. Sorry, Zach.
That's fine.
But literally every other card in his deck is tech. He is quintessential tech.
Yeah. And they're all good except for the 6-cost card is okay.
Yeah, we both agree that the 6-cost card is pretty much like just there.
It's just an okay card. It's just more situational than anything. Can you read it real quick?
Yeah, so for the 6-cost card, it is Dangerous Testing. If you played a tech hero, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, KO it. This is really bad late game because most of the time you usually have your 0-cost cards gone, or you have too many heroes that cost too much anyways. It does come with 3 attack, but there are better things to buy with 6.
And that's the problem, is the 6 cost is it's usually unaffordable early on, and later on you don't want that ability.
It makes more sense if like they switch that cost with maybe some one of his other cards. So like I'll actually work my way down. The next one is Gamma Bomb Disaster. This one gives you 2 recruit, but then it's the Outwit and Transform this into Savage Hulk Unleashed. That makes more sense to be the 6-cost card rather than the 4-cost card.
I mean, that Savage Hulk is so good. The transformation card that it has.
I agree, which makes me think like that's why you should pay more for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Then his final common is Solve the Impossible. cost 2, super cheap, gives you 1 attack point. You also get Outwit. You can activate Outwit, and then when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw an extra card.
Yeah, I love that card. Just being able to stock your future hand and still get the bonus attack point as well. It's really nice.
Getting a bonus card, great.
Yep.
Now his rare is Gamma Ray Experiment. Cost 7, gives you 4 attack, but you also get Outwit. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, draw one of them, KO one, and put one back.
My only problem with that card, I feel like that ability has been used so many times on different cards.
The draw one, KO one,
exactly.
put one back.
I think it's on Howard the Duck as well, and I think there's another one too that has that.
The more I like, now that I look at like these two, like the rare and the uncommon, it makes me think like they were very more focused on his other cards, his transform cards, which we're not talking about.
Yeah.
And these last two just kind of fell in here. So
of course, because thematically for the set they were focused on the transform keyword.
right.
I still would place that number 1.
I mean, but we're talking tech here.
Yeah, and I think the tech is really good because the 4 cost common is really good because it's 2, and then it outwit and transforms, and then the 2 cost common, it gives you an additional card every single time because you're going to be able to outwit.
You know what, for 2 cost to have an extra card in my hand, I would put that as number 1 then.
Yeah, and I mean I don't.
It's not going to stay up there long.
I don't see Beast being better than him. In what ways would you say Beast is better?
The fact that Beast is not dependent on tech. He's dependent on stuff in the discard pile. And
what do you mean he's not dependent on tech?
I mean, his rare is dependent on X-Men Hero for his X-Gene ability. And then he doesn't require another tech card to activate his other abilities.
Okay, but
he's not as restricted.
That's true. That's true. But to be fair, if you're playing with Bruce Banner, everything in his deck is tech.
Valid.
So I mean, there's that point. So, all right, we'll go to the next one. Let me see. Let's go this one. All right, so this is going to be Warlock, and Warlock, I believe, is almost 100% tech as well. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he has 11 cards that are tech. The 2 cost common is tech. The 3 cost common is tech, and I believe that the rare is tech as well. Okay. All right, so the 2 cost common is called Earthling's Choice, and it is look at the top 2 cards of your deck, draw 1, and discard the other. I really like this card. It worked out really well for you in the previous game that we played.
Warlock was my star player for our game, and to have that ability for just the price of 2, that's worth it.
It's really nice. Then we have Analyze Planetary Rotation Warlock. It has a 0 recruit and 0 attack, but it has Sunlight. You get +2 recruit. Moonlight, you get +2 attack. And if you played a tech hero, which you will have played a tech hero more than likely, you get both of those. So you get 2 attack and 2 recruit.
I'm pretty sure almost every time I played him, I never got both of. There was never a time where I didn't get both of those. I always got recruit and
for
attack.
It only being a 3 cost card, I mean that's really good.
That's really, really good for how you're getting your money's worth.
Yep. And then the 7 cost card is their rare, and it's Nanite Shapeshifter, and it's just like the 3 cost card. It has recruit and attack icons. It has Sunlight and Moonlight as keywords. For Sunlight, you get to draw 3 cards, and then for Moonlight, you get +3 recruit and +3 attack. If you previously played 4 X-Men, you get both of those. A little bit more difficult to get that, but the fact that you can either draw 3 cards or have 3 attack and 3 recruit, that's really nice.
I can see why they would make you have to play 4 X-Men heroes for getting both draw 3 and like the recruit and attack, because if you always got both, that would be pretty broken.
Yeah, that'd be really
so I'd say I can see why the creators did that.
Yeah, 100%. Now, where would you place this in? I definitely ahead of Moonlight Moon Knight in my opinion. Moonlight, in front of Moon Knight in my opinion.
He's definitely in front of Moon Knight. He's definitely in front of Beast. Okay. I would almost go ahead and say he's ahead of Bruce Banner as well.
In what way would you put him ahead of Bruce Banner?
We liked all 3 of his tech cards.
Bruce
Banner, we had problems with his other 2.
I just love Bruce Banner.
I know. Set your bias aside.
Okay, I'll move him down 1 spot.
Yes.
For now.
Yes. It's Warlock as number 1.
So Warlock is number 1 for now.
For now. And the new challenger coming up is going to be Darkhawk or Warhawk. No, yeah, Darkhawk. Why did I say Warhawk?
I don't know, but I like Darkhawk.
I like Darkhawk too. So Darkhawk is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tech out of his 14. And his first one is actually his common. It's the balance the Dark Force. It costs 3. It comes with 1 recruit and 1 attack. If you played another tech card, you draw a card. for the cost of 3, being able to have a recruit point, an attack point, and potentially draw a card
Yeah.
is another one of those cheap but great for
Yeah,
your money.
exactly. I mean, you're guaranteed to get something out of it.
Ex-
And the fact that it plays so well off of its other cards as well.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, having both the recruit and attack icon.
Now we're jumping ahead into his uncommon, and we doubled in price now. We went from 3 to 6.
But this one's so good.
Travel to Null Space. Has a 0 recruit and 0 attack for now.
Mhm.
But its ability, if the most recent hero you played this turn has a recruit icon, you get 3 recruit. If it has an attack icon, you get 3 attack. If both, you get both. All of Darkhawk's cards have the recruit and the attack icon.
Yeah.
So you're more than likely going to get both.
Yeah.
No matter what. And then if you pair him with other heroes that have both, like Wonder Man or
Wonder Man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Wonder Man.
Wonder
That's
Man
right,
has
that's
both.
right. And
Or
Warlock.
Domino
Even
or Warlock.
Yeah.
Yep, you're going to have that ability to stack on that and always
Mhm.
get both. A little bit pricey, but I think worth it in the end.
Yeah.
And then his rare is also attack, and this is
This is the piece de resistance.
the piece de resistance. We've got Warflight. Whenever you use Hyperspeed this turn, you get both recruit from recruit icons and attack from attack icons. Hyperspeed 7.
Oh my gosh.
If you played 2 tech heroes, instead do Hyperspeed 9.
That's just absurd. You can get so much like recruit and attack in one turn.
So
It's just ridiculous.
much.
I remember when I first played a game with Darkhawk and I had my dice trying to keep track of everything. Eventually, I just had to get paper and pencil out because I had so much attack and recruit in one turn. It was just absurd.
He racks up the points.
He really does.
So where are we thinking?
Well, he's
of putting
number
him?
1 to me. In my
He's
opinion.
number 1?
Yeah, in my opinion.
I would agree with that.
I can put him ahead of Warlock. And Moon Knight, you're bouncing to the bottom now.
He did not stay at
He
the top
did
very
not
long.
stay up very long. No, not at all. All right, let's go with the next one. We're going to go with Iron Man Noir, looks like.
Ooh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of his cards are going to be tech, and then he has a couple of them that are going to be range. So 5 of them are range.
Sounds stereotypical Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the first one we have is a common card. It's a 4-cost card. It's called Mechanized Plate Mail. It's 2 recruit. You get to investigate for a tech card. So I really like the investigate keyword because what you do get to do is you get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You get to take one that's a tech card and then put the other one either on top or on bottom of your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So you can adjust the top of your deck if you don't want that card, or you can just stack it back up.
But it doesn't bring anything other than 2 more recruit.
But it's also a free ability because you don't have to have anything to
No
be
prerequisites.
previously play it.
Okay.
So it could potentially fuel you a little bit more. That's pretty cool. Then the other tech card we have is Learn from Enemies, and it is first of all, I don't like the artwork. I think the artwork's kind of weird. And it fits the noir theme, I guess, but I'm not a big fan of it. So it's 3 attack, and then if you played a tech hero before this, which would work really well if it was paired with the Mechanized Plate Mail, you can use the fight ability of a villain worth 1 victory point in your victory pile. That's kind of cool. So you can use the fight ability of like let's say a Circus of Clowns, right? And then draw additional, take a look and take a hero or KO a card.
Yeah, but I've noticed as the later expansions go on, very few villains are worth 1 victory point.
Well,
your options are being reduced the more and more we
just
get
like
into
your
this
henchmen.
game. Yeah,
yeah, but that's okay. I mean, because you just have to make sure you pick the appropriate henchman group to be able to work with this.
Right, but say what if you want to do a random game or something?
Yeah,
I just think for 6 that for the
That's
cost of
pretty
6 that
expensive for
ability
6.
could be better.
Oh, 100% agree with that. Then the last one we have is Adventurers Assemble. So first of all, this looks like BioShock.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm diving into Rapture right
I'm
now.
also. Why is he holding a broken trident?
I don't know.
Did he just get his finish fighting Poseidon?
Yeah, I guess so. We're gonna go with that.
Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Or maybe he's looking for one of the little sisters.
Okay.
All right, so it's 4 attack, and it's whenever you investigate this turn, you look at 3 cards instead of 2. That right there is pretty awesome.
You're taking the investigate ability of not just his own card, but any other card that has investigate and making it better.
Think about if you use some of the stuff from Dimensions with this. Wouldn't that be cool? Like Jessica
Ooh.
Jones, or I think Miss America as well.
Yeah, so that's definitely a rare that plays well with other
Lots of other
cards.
stuff. So, and then you get to either choose recruit or attack, investigate for a card of that with that icon. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So you can kind of be flexible with what you want.
Yep.
You have to determine exactly what you want to take from the deck, and then put the other 2 cards in the bottom. So in my opinion, this one's above Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is out.
I'm not shedding any tears.
Yes. So Moon Knight's out. I think that Beast is above this one.
You think Beast is above that one?
I think
Really?
so. I think so. Because the uncommon in here is just okay, and Beast's uncommon is really good using X Gene. And so, I mean, yeah, Beast's uncommon is his 5 cost is one of those cards that would be a
With
go-to.
using the Berserk.
No, being able to look at the top card
Oh,
and then do it.
Yeah.
Use that Berserk.
And for a cost of 5 to get 3 attack rather than paying 6 for getting virtually no attack.
Exactly. I mean, you still get 3 attack, but it's just that the fight ability that you have requires you to previously play attack, and also the fact of the matter is that the ability is just not great. Being able to use like one point victory card, one card from your victory pile.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and what if you don't? What if you aren't the person who's fighting the henchman?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you don't have any of those. It's useless.
You mean me?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm the one who clears
Sorry,
up the city.
awkward pause.
Yeah. There was a death stare going on right there.
Exactly. So
next time a bad ability is going to happen to you in the game, I'm just going to let it happen.
Okay. Sounds good. Your turn.
Cool.
Random. Go like this. Throw a dart.
Right through your cards.
Yeah, exactly right.
And we've got Vision.
Oh, I like Vision.
Okay. So Vision is going to be the first one out of our discussion where he actually has two, like he's got the 2 sides where you have to choose which
split
one.
Cards from
the
Civil
split
War.
cards, yep, from Civil War. Which we're just going to say here that we're always picking. Tech.
But they were also in X-Men.
Yes.
But they were primarily in Civil War.
So we're going ahead and start with Vision's common through solid objects. Vision comes in with the keyword phasing. This is the first time we've talked about phasing.
Phasing is amazing.
Phasing is great. For the cost of 4, you get to recruit, and then you get to phase, which is you basically take the top card off the deck and replace this card that you're phasing with on the top card of your deck.
I love combining phasing and Vision with Daredevil.
Oh, because you then
exactly.
You know what's coming.
It's wonderful.
It's basically just like Vision saying, Daredevil, you can hear me.
Exactly. 4 cost.
And then Daredevil just being like, I know I can hear you. That's actually all I can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get to choose a hero class, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's the hero class you named, then draw it.
I almost said a really bad dad joke there with that Daredevil.
I'm proud of you for holding it back. I'm just going to ask you to stop right there, and I'm going to continue talking. We're now moving on to his next card, which is that split card, and we're going with tech.
It's the uncommon, right?
It's the uncommon.
Okay.
It costs 6 for now.
Well, no.
Harder than diamond. So for the cost of 6, you also might have the chance of doing size changing of tech.
You sound like you're the host of The Price is Right. For the cost of 6.
I like to be at a little dramatization here.
Yeah, exactly. A little drama.
You are the next contestant on Marvel is Right. See what I did there?
Yeah.
So size changing, meaning if you play a tech card, you get to reduce the cost of this from 6 to 4.
Yeah. Which
I think is great because you're always going to have a tech card probably.
I was going to say size changing and microscopic size changing are definitely excellent keywords, just giving you that flexibility that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And for free, for just playing a card that you already have.
It makes things that are super expensive like cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
And then of course where you get 3 attack and also gets phasing.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And now his rare 7 cost gives you 4 attack.
Oh, this is one of the rares that does the same thing. That's right.
Yep. It's insubstantial accomplishments. So it's phasing. When you play this, you may swap a card from your hand with the top 2 cards of your deck.
Oh, okay.
Allow me to take phasing and make it better.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I personally think this one's above Bruce Banner.
I never thought you would agree with
me on that.
It
hurts. It hurts.
I
think it's behind Warlock. Actually, I don't know. I think it might be above Warlock.
I'm going to say it's behind Warlock.
What's your defense of that?
Warlock gives you the choice of 2 abilities, but then if you do the right conditions, you get both abilities all the time.
That's true.
So like you're always going to have a chance of getting 2.
So we'll push Iron Man Noir out.
That was short-lived.
His stay was not long. And we'll put it in front of Bruce Banner. So our current rank is Darkhawk, Warlock, Vision, Bruce Banner, and Beast.
Making good progress.
Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so next one. Let's see. We're going to go with this one. And this is Deathlock. It is the poor man's cyborg.
Oh, I like what you did there.
So everything except for the uncommon, I believe, is going to be tech. Oh no, the rare is also covert.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So let's start with the commons then. So we have common reanimate into service. It's attack, of course. It's 2 attack. In order to get the ability, you have to have previously played another tech hero, and it's a 4-cost card. So you may send a shield hero undercover from your discard pile or the KO pile. That's kind of nice. I love the undercover mechanic because it gives you the ability to not only thin your deck, but also increase your victory pile and to increase your shield level.
I'm a fan of Undercover.
Yeah.
I think there's better cards that use Undercover ability than Deathlock.
I
but
100% agree because I think that the fact that you had to have previously played a card is just makes it a bit more difficult for me to say that this is good.
Yeah.
Because there are so many other cards that, like you said, use Undercover so much better. All right, and so this one is authorized lethal force. It's 2 recruit, and it is 0 attack. You get to draw a card, and then if you have shield level 1, you get 1 attack. It's okay.
For 2 to have the ability to draw a card, and let's be honest, you're probably going to have a shield level of 1 pretty quickly.
more
So that means
likely.
you're always going to get 1 attack. That's pretty good. However, Darkhawk with the cost of 1 more for 3, you can get 1 recruit, 1 attack, and draw a card to play attack.
This is just a better version of Iron Man's common. Base set Iron Man's common. Because you get 1 attack and draw a card. Instead of just drawing a card.
I mean, we're going to debate on whether it's a better version of Iron Man's common when we get to Iron Man, but
I think it's a better version of it.
like I said, we'll debate later.
So I don't think this is better than any of our top 5.
I wouldn't put it in the standing.
No, so that one's out.
All right. Well, now just for that, we're going to talk Iron Man.
All right, let's do this.
We're gonna bring this on. So Iron Man, this is standard Iron Man from
Base
the base set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Yes.
tech heroes.
I didn't realize he had so many range.
He's got a pretty decent mix in there.
Yeah.
But he's still like, I never think of the range.
No,
honestly,
yeah.
to this day, whenever a range Iron Man from the base set comes up in the HQ, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm always focused on the tech cards for him.
Yeah.
And the reason why is for the cost of 3, you can draw a card. If you played a tech card, you get to draw another card. So you can draw 2 cards.
I forgot about that fact. I forgot that there was a way that you could draw a second card.
Mhm.
That is better than the other card.
Thank you.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
That was the easiest argument I've ever had to have with
It
you.
is. Yeah. Well, you were right.
I know that. Thank you.
You're welcome, yeah.
Don't need you to tell me. Well, his uncommon now, I'm so mad. Arc Reactor, cost of 5. It gives you 3 attack. If you played another tech card, you get 1 attack for each other tech hero you played this turn.
That one's so good.
This one's good. It has the potential of being a runaway if you have other tech cards. My only concern with it is it's still an afterthought. Like,
Okay.
for 5 to get 3 attack, I've never had a good enough time to like get a lot of tech cards to make him, I guess, stronger than 5.
I don't know. Honestly, I love those types of cards because of the fact that they play so well with so many other heroes. Like when you have the Ant-Man card for every other card that you've drawn this turn, you get +1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to fuel those really well. Especially like, I mean, some of the other ones I can think of like our Cables card, if you the number of X-Force heroes, or like, Cyclops' card, Captain
Right.
America's, all those. I'm really good at fueling those, and I find that I'm able to get them up to like 7, 8, 9, 10 points. Especially with the fact that he allows you to draw so many cards, Iron Man's cards. It fuels it and it increases it very easily.
I guess I can see, yeah, it synergizes very well.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
does.
they basically looked at it as like, we need to add some attack power here.
Yeah. When I look at Iron Man and I look at our top 5 so far,
Oh.
I would put him.
We still have one more.
Do we still? Oh, that's
His
right, the rare. Okay.
His rare is for his cost 7.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
It doesn't give you any attack or recruit, but it lets you draw 2 cards automatically. And if you played a tech card, you get to draw 2 more. You get to draw
Wonderful.
4 cards.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't think I know any other card that lets you draw 4.
I always feel like the rare is a range card just because of the extended artwork on it.
Well,
It always throws me off.
right. And then like with the base set, they were really good at like the no borders or boundaries and just pretty much throwing in the picture.
Yeah. So when I look at our top 5 so far, I think that, honestly, I'm gonna push Beast out and I'm gonna put Iron Man in front of Bruce Banner. Where are you at? Are you higher or lower?
I'm honestly thinking of putting him above Vision.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Phasing with Vision is just so good. And the fact that he has size changing as well makes his cards more affordable. And I mean, I think they just synergize really well together.
But I'm gonna present this argument to you
Okay.
in this fashion. Out of his tech cards, he's got his rare, which gets you 4 cards.
Yes.
Potentially. Then he's got 5 commons, which are his draw a card and then draw another card if you play another tech card. So that's 2 more cards for each card. So with just the Iron Man's commons and his rare, you have the potential of drawing 14 cards.
Okay. I can see that. My only thing is that this Vision gives you more flexibility in how you handle your hand. Because it allows you to see like different cards in your deck. You may not see as many cards just drawing them, but you're more likely to see cards that you want.
I know how to break that, though.
How?
Wounds.
That's true. That's true.
Which again, I will admit.
You could draw wounds with Iron Man.
Which I admit I can draw wounds with Iron Man too, but then I'm also going to draw another card.
Yeah.
And then I've still got options.
That's true. That's true. So we're going to go. We're going to put him in front of Vision, behind Warlock. Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
That's my proposal.
I can handle that. I think I can handle that.
All right.
So we still have. So our number 1 is Darkhawk. Then we have Warlock, Iron Man, Vision, and then Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner's going to the end. Oh no!
Bet you didn't see that coming.
No, I hate it. All right. Next one we're going to go with is going to be Goliath. This is one I don't use very often.
The few times I played with Goliath, I wasn't impressed.
Well, I don't know if I wasn't impressed by him. It's just that I don't like split cards that much. And so when I use a split card, it's got to really be worthwhile to me.
I mean, my opinion of split cards is usually like they took a great ability and then they broke it in 2, and it's like you're getting 2 pieces of something that could be better.
Yeah. So the first one he has for tech is going to be Growth Industry, and it is a 5-cost card, but there's size-changing tech. So that's kind of nice. So it's actually going to be a 3-cost card when you buy it. Initially, it would be 5, of course. It has 2 attack, which is just okay for the cost of the card. But if you played a tech hero previously, you get to draw a card. So I would say that's like a not as good version of like Deathlock's card.
Mm-hmm.
Because Deathlock, you have to have a shield, shield level 1, but you get that once you get shield level 1, you're guaranteed to have that the rest of the game.
And it's really easy to get shield level 1 if you're playing with
any shield and you get to draw a card with it, of course.
Yes.
All right, so that one's okay. Then the other one is going to be Brilliant Biochemist, and it is 2 recruit, and it is size-changing tech, so it's 4 cost. So basically, this is a Maria Hill, one point cheaper than a Maria Hill.
May not even be 1 point cheaper if you don't get lucky enough to play a tech card.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to say that he's not in the top 5.
He's not worth it, no.
No, he's not in it. You are the weakest link.
Goodbye. Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get rid of these split cards.
We are, yeah.
So the next one I just picked is Stature and Iron Lad.
You think we're gonna get Iron Lad in the MCU soon?
They are?
Do you think we will? I think we might, based on that funeral scene from Endgame.
Oh, yeah. One can always theorize.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't think that's like a major thing that they're going to go for.
It could be, though. Maybe they'll do Young Avengers.
I didn't think of that. The possibilities.
Yeah, and especially if they bring in Wiccan. Sorry, bring in Wiccan and stuff like that. So.
Oh, yeah. All right, but we'll get more into that
We'll
later.
get into that later.
Okay, so for Stature and Iron Lad, ironically, there's not all split cards here. There are some solid, just like straight up 1 type cards, and this one is it's Stature, who comes in as the common, a cost of 2, but has size changing of tech, which means you could pay virtually nothing.
Yeah, you could pay literally nothing, not virtually. Yeah.
Sorry, mischoice of words. And then if you pay nothing, you get to draw a card, and if you played a tech card, you get to have a bonus attack point. So then you get 1 attack point. It starts with 0, but
yeah,
that's.
I think it's a better version of Deathlock.
And it's a much better version
Even
of Deathlock.
though the fact of the matter is you have to play a tech hero before you do that, you can get this card for free. And the fact of the matter that you can get it for free is a beautiful thing.
And then we're going on to the split card in here, which has It's Crushants, or Crush Ants. Why do I say
Iron
Crush?
Lad.
Yep, Iron Lad's Crush file sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting. And it's the tech version, costs 5, size changing of tech, so it could cost 3. And if you play a tech hero, you get to draw a card, and it gives you 2 recruit. I'm meh.
There are better shield officers than that.
There are. It's just meh.
Yeah. So I would say nay.
I would say nay as well. Not worth it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like Gladiator, right? We just give them the thumbs down.
Oh, just hard down.
Yeah. All right. So the next one we're going to do, since I'm just going to grab another random one, is we're going to do Peter Parker. You wouldn't expect him to be tech.
I mean, in the base set Spider-Man, he's got a couple tech.
That's true. That's true.
And he does make his own gadgets.
He has, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has 8 cards that are tech. Let me see. One of them is the common, and it's a split card between Peter Parker and Aunt May. Aunt May is hot bowl of soup. So the tech side of it is protect my family, and it is 1 attack, and you get to rescue a bystander. Could be kind of cool if you paired it with like Black Widow and Heroine.
For
Awesome.
basically what you're doing is like you're paying 2.
And it's
for
2
getting
costs because it's Spider-Man.
You're paying 2 costs because it's Spider-Man, and you're getting a victory point.
Yep.
I will pay 2 for a victory point.
I mean, it's not just a victory point. Now that the game has evolved in such a way, I mean, there's so much more there than just victory points. You know, I mean, there are so many cards in there that are just great. All right, so the next one we have is Conflicted Loyalties, and it is 1 recruit, 1 attack, so you get both icons, which is really nice. And if you played a tech hero, you get to reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 2 or less, draw it. So it's the standard Spider-Man ability.
Right, which my problem with the Spider-Man abilities is that is very easy to break. You just need to start buying cards that cost more than 2 or start getting wounds.
And break in a negative way, of course, what you're saying. Not like break as in like you can break the game.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, this definitely doesn't make the top 5 to me. I don't think it fits in here well enough to be able to.
I would agree with that.
So,
all right, and we've got War Machine. Ooh,
this one really grew on me. At first, wasn't a huge fan at first.
I remember when this set came out, you actually it almost sounded like you had disdain for
I was
War Machine.
disappointed in it for some reason, and then as I've played with it some more, I've gotten more comfortable with using the cards, and I just like the consistency in the fact that you get a guaranteed 2 with basically all of them.
I can see where you're coming from. Of like, you got to think to use War Machine a little differently than you would other heroes. I think is what you're saying.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, it's like a slow build.
It's a slow build, and it's not something like you can just like start buying him and playing him right away. Yep. And the reason why is in his tech cards. We can talk about how great his hyperspeed cards are, but we aren't going to do that. His tech cards, first one is Simulated Target Practice. So the cost of 3, this means this is common, you get 2 attack. If you played a tech hero, you may fight a henchman from your victory pile this turn. If you do, KO it and rescue a bystander.
I love that card.
I love that too, because it gives you the ability to possibly do something still, even when the city is full or there's no villains or
the city's empty.
The city's empty. In like either way, like if it's full, you can't fight anything on there. You can only fight henchmen. Chances are you will because you've got 2 attack already. It gives you something to do. And
the 1 victory point in your victory pile isn't going to make a big enough difference most of the time that it's going to lose you the game.
And what if there's like an ability from in there that you want to KO that villain and not only rescue the bystander, but make that ability of the villain happen?
Mm-hmm.
And
like, thin out your deck
some
draw
more.
Cards or whatever, yeah.
It gives you potential. We're moving on then to his next common, which is Military Industrial Complex.
Mm-hmm. Fitting.
Very fitting. The art, I'm just getting caught up in the artwork here. So it's got the recruit and the attack icon, which I like to have for those cards.
Yeah, flexibility.
Whenever you defeat a villain this turn, you get 1 recruit.
Nice.
So he just gets, you get benefits from, it's like your spoils of war.
Yeah.
Like, I just finished vanquishing my foe, and now I'll take all of his money.
Exactly.
And then last is his rare, overwhelming firepower. Costs 8, gives you 5 attack, but whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, draw a card and rescue a bystander.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact that it's just got 5 attack right away.
Yeah, 5 attack right away.
That's really nice.
Also, remember, if you play it off of his common, where you fight a henchman from your victory pile this turn, that counts.
Yeah, works out really well. I hate that this is going to happen. I hate this so much, but I think he's ahead of Bruce Banner.
Yes, he is.
Oh, I hate it.
Yes, he is. Bye, Bruce.
Bruce Banner is number 6, our honorable mention.
Wait, when did we decide we were going to do honorable mention?
Right now.
Such a sore loser.
All right, so next one, let's go with this one. Let's see. So this is going to be Rick Jones.
I'm Rick Jones.
Rick Jones. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of his cards are going to be tech. But Rick Jones is cool because he has so many transforming cards. I really like him just as like a card set without the tech cards.
It's almost like we probably should put him in a league of his own.
Honestly, I think that we should. The more I look at him, because of the fact that he has so many other cards, like he has quite a few cards in here that are range. I mean,
how many of his transform cards are there?
Jeez, he has. Let's see. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 transform cards. Because he transforms and transforms back, I believe. Is that this one? No, that's the other one. That's There's another one that transforms and transforms back and forth. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Rick Jones, actually. Let's put him to the side.
Yeah, I think he's too good in his own world to really be qualified for tech.
All right, let's go with this one. All right, so we have Viv Vision. So she is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards that are tech, of course. Makes sense. It's Vision. And so she has, the first one is going to be a common card. It's Walking Wi-Fi. Funny enough.
Mm.
And so it's 2 recruit. And whenever you play a tech hero, if you play a tech hero, whenever you recruit a hero from the HQ this turn, you get to rescue a bystander. Works really well. Synergizes really well with the Cheering Crowds cards.
Yep.
And also all, Heroine, Black Widow, all those other ones. Expanding Neural Network. It's a 4-cost card, but it's size-changing tech, so it could be 2 cost. You get 2 attack, and if you played a tech hero beforehand, you get to draw when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of the turn, draw an extra card.
I do
nice.
like the bonus card.
I like the fact that you can use multiple of these and just stack it as well, and get potentially up to 3 or 4 additional cards if you're lucky enough. And then the last one is the rare for Viv Vision. It is called Alter Molecular Density, and it is 5 recruit. It has 5 recruit, and it has an attack icon. It costs 9, but it's size-changing tech and range, so it's potentially only going to cost you 5. And so whenever you recruit a hero this turn, you get +2 attack, which is pretty awesome because it gives you 5 just right there. Right. Imagine using this with like Lady Thor and like Thor. Holy cow, that could be awesome.
Gonna have lots of money.
Yep. I don't know. I would probably. I hate this so much. It's getting rid of my honorable mention. So we have Viv Vision as the honorable mention, and Bruce Banner is going to be honorable mention number 2. And so we'll go to the next one.
Let him go, Zach.
I will not let him go.
Let him go.
No, Bruce. No, give him back. Don't take him.
I'm just gonna put him over here.
No.
Shh. It's okay. Here, talk about this.
No, you talk about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna mourn.
It's Superior Iron Man.
Okay, I'm over it.
And we're back. So I love Superior Iron Man.
This is tough for me though because he's multi-class.
What's your point?
That's tough.
I mean, yeah, but like I'm talking about his tech. It doesn't matter if he's also blue here.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's multi-class, but like we're disregarding that second half.
Okay.
So his common is armor upgrades, costs 2, gives you 1 attack, and if you play another tech card, you get 2 more attack. So potentially having a 3 attack card.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I've never been able to chain those up very well for some reason.
It's been difficult, and I think I know why. We always play Superior Iron Man with Thanos.
He always ends up in the Bound Souls pile. You're like, well, what can I get rid of? You're like, well, this one only costs 2.
Exactly. And because I'm also going to pick this card to keep instead of the 2-cost card. That's the one I'm holding in front of you right now, the Optimized Technology.
Okay.
If I have to choose of which one I'm going to take and keep when Thanos strikes, I'm going to keep Optimized Technology because it costs 5. It is multi-class, but we're just talking about the tech part right now. It costs 5.
I'm going to keep it because it's expensive.
Yes, because money is important. Also, the fact that it gives you 2 attack and draw a card.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's really nice.
It's really expensive, though, for what it gives you.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with it.
I guess I do look at that, and I'm thinking it should cost 4. But I think the reason it costs 5 is because it's multi-class.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk about the fact that it's multi-class, but that is actually a primary integral part of this card is because
Yeah.
it's multi-class.
Yeah, I would say that. I would agree with that.
And we're going to round everything out here on Superior Iron Man with his hashtag humblebrag.
I always feel like that should be a Thor card, by the way it looks.
Just
with
by the way-
lightning behind it.
Right? Like, is he getting struck by lightning and then just absorbing it and like smashing it into whoever this villain is he's trying to fight here? I think it's Green Goblin.
Is it really? Let me see.
Yeah, I think it's Green Goblin. It's covered up a little weird.
Or is it Lizard? It is Green Goblin. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Or is it a Skrull?
Oh, it's a Skrull. It's got to be a Skrull.
Yeah, because it's Secret Wars.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Okay. So at the cost of 8, you get 5 attack. Then you draw a card for each other player who has fewer cards in their victory pile than you. I hate this rare.
Yeah, I know.
I absolutely hate it because it's only good if you play with more than 2 people.
And we only ever played 2-player games.
We
we played one, 4 or 5-person game, I think, ever.
I think that's kind of sad that we just don't have friends.
No, we did have friends. It's just they don't want to play Legendary.
So what we're saying is our friends are...
We don't have cool friends.
And now everyone knows why we don't have friends.
Fair enough. All right, so I'm going to put that one ahead of Viv Vision, in my opinion.
Even after our atrocious hatred of the rare?
Yeah, I still think that the comments that are in there are good enough to put it ahead of Viv Vision.
Okay, but not good enough to put it in the top 5.
No. It's not better than War Machine. This is a War Machine story. So.
Which I think it should be. It's interesting to point out then we're saying that the standard base set Iron Man is better than the superior Iron Man. He's not so superior after all.
Oh, 100%. 100%. All right, so the next one we're going to go with, let's grab one. Let's go with Forge.
He's just all tech.
He is completely tech. So it's probably not a fair fight with this one. All right, so let's see. So the first one we have is going to be a comment. It's called Reboot. It's 2 recruit. And if you play a tech hero, you can discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. That one is awesome. It's like a way better version of Rocket's version of the card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact that you're able to discard any card you want and just draw 2 more, that's really good. Especially because it's only 4 cost as well.
Chances are with 14 tech cards from this hero alone, you're going to have a tech card
You're going to have one, exactly, yeah. So, and the next one is Dirty Work. It's 3 cost, and you get 2 attack. And if you played a tech hero, just like the other one, any villain you fight in the sewers this turn gets -2 attack. That's okay. It's not something that I would seek out.
It's not, I kind of hate those cards that are restricted to 1 space in the city.
Yeah, yeah. And it's also the fact that it requires you to previously play a tech, and it's not that good of an ability that goes with it.
Right. But let's be real here. This is a 3 cost card.
That's true. That's true. There is that, and it's a common. And then the uncommon we have is going to be Overdrive, and it is Versatile 3, which is your favorite.
I love Versatile.
And it's going to be Recruit icon and a Tech icon, so it would work really well with some of the other cards at Hyperspeed, like Darkhawk. But the problem is it's a 5-cost card. I don't know if Versatile 3 is worth it for 5 costs. What's your opinion?
It's an investment. So it depends on how you look at it. Like, you are paying 5 for the ability to have options, and that could be very helpful in a tight situation.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I don't see it. It shouldn't cost 4 either. Like, it's like 4
it's a weird ground.
Yeah,
it's a like, weird in between area.
How about this?
4.5.
I will give you 4.5.
I'll give you 4.5. Exactly. Yeah. And then the rare BFG is just so good. The fact that you can play 2 tech heroes and defeat the Mastermind once for free, and it has 5 attack regardless, it's just one of the best rares in the game.
Mm-hmm.
As we stated previously.
Exactly.
So where do you want to put this?
It's
I think it pushes... Superior Iron Man's pushed out.
No longer honorable mention.
It's no longer honorable mention. I think War Machine's pushed down.
It's to honorable mention.
I think it's almost ahead of Vision.
I would say it's ahead of Vision.
Now, what do you think about Iron Man? Where does it sit with Iron Man? Because Iron Man's all about draw power. This one gives you a good balance of recruit and attack. This one does have a really good draw card. And the fact of the matter is the rare is, I think, is better than Iron Man's rare.
Yeah, it's ahead of Iron Man. I can't make a good enough argument.
Where do you put it with Warlock? Because the Warlock card has, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, draw 1, discard 1. It's a less good version of the one that's in here, in my opinion. Because the Reboot card gives you the ability to discard a card and draw 2 cards if you play a tech hero, and you get 2 recruit points. And then the rare, I feel, is better than Warlock's rare.
Yeah, and Warlock's where it can be kind of restricted by the fact that you have to play 4 X-Men heroes, which is doable, but not as doable as playing 2 tech heroes.
Not just that, but you have to figure out getting your HQ set in order to have the proper ability.
Gotcha. Then yeah, I would put Forge as number 1.
I don't know. I think
Or
he's
not
number two.
number two.
Number
Sorry.
2. I don't think he's ahead of Darkhawk, though. What do you think?
No.
I think Darkhawk's really, really good.
Darkhawk has a high chance of just breaking the game.
Yeah.
Like as a set.
I was going to say, for the most part, when I've had Darkhawk in a game, he's been really, really good.
I've never lost a game when Darkhawk has been there. I have lost games with with Forge.
Yep. All right. What's next?
We are going to grab the Punisher.
I love the Punisher. He didn't do Jack in the last game I played with him.
I also love the Punisher, but also I've had plenty of games where he didn't do Jack, and I think it's just because the Punisher is a weird set of for hero cards.
Okay.
So out of the number of tech cards he's got 6, 8, 10, 11. We're gonna go ahead and actually bring up his. We're gonna bring his rare up first because I want to talk about that one.
Okay.
So the Punisher. That's it. That's just what it's called.
Yeah.
Costs 8. Gives you 4 attack.
Must have been the last card they did the entire set. They're like, what are we going to call this rare? I don't know, man. Just call it the Punisher.
It was a long night, man. Let's just get this over with. Gives you 4 attack, and then you reveal cards from the hero deck until you have revealed 2 cards with the same cost. You get 1 attack for each card revealed this way. Put them on the bottom of the hero deck in random order. For the cost of 8, and you Iron Fist has that same ability, but Iron Fist
It's so good.
Iron Fist at least gives you 8 attack.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's not you should get more attack for that because there is a high probability that you are going to get 2 costs really quickly, and you might only end up getting 6 attack, and then meaning Iron Fist is still better.
In Iron Fist, you draw the cards, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, you get to keep the
You
cards.
get to keep them.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought up this one up first, because I do not think it does Punisher justice.
Okay. What would you change to make it better?
I think I either give him more attack
Mm-hmm.
or
That's kinda
allow
where I
him,
am.
or allow him to rack up more
I was
attack.
gonna say, I think I would make this either a 6 or 7 attack card.
I would almost think as well, since you don't get to keep the cards, maybe do 2 attack, 2 bonus attack.
Okay, for each of the cards you revealed.
Increase the reward for the level of risk that you're getting here. Because what if you end up picking a really rare card that you already have or a card you need and then gets blasted at the bottom of your deck?
What if you send your rare Iron Fist to the bottom?
Thank you! My point exactly.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So that alone is making the rest of Punisher feel like a pointless conversation, but I will talk about it anyways. His common is Boom Goes the Dynamite. I do like the name.
Yeah.
Reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, KO it. So it's a great deck thinner for the cost of 2.
Which is awesome.
And if you play a tech card, you get to draw a card. That's a really good card.
Yeah. For 2 cost, I mean, you can't beat that. That's really nice.
I think it stops there, though. I do like Hail of Bullets.
Okay.
I do not think it always works out well.
Okay.
Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, you get attack equal to its printed victory point value.
Mm-hmm.
At the cost of 5, that's an okay ability, and you get 2 more attack. If you play 2 tech, you may defeat that villain for free. I think it should be 1 tech hero.
My thing is with these, I've never liked the abilities that you can defeat villains for free, because I've always had a tough time understanding what the benefit of defeating additional villains from the villain deck is, because that just reduces your timer that you have in your game.
My point exactly.
Did you say that?
No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm agreeing with you, I should say. Totally agree with you.
My point exactly. I'm like, you didn't say that.
Give me the credit, okay? So in summary, I don't think Punisher deserves to be up on that.
No, I don't think he made it. I don't think he made it in top 5 in the honorable mention.
No, no, not worth honorable mention at all.
I will leave this one for you.
He's not honorable.
Yeah, it's true. I'll leave this one for you, and I'm going to go this way. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. So the next one we have is another transforming hero. It's going to be Hulkbuster Iron Man. I actually really like Hulkbuster Iron Man. Now, this one's a little bit tough in terms of comparing it to these other ones, because one of the transformed cards is actually also a tech card. So we'll talk about that one last. But the common that we have, the common that we have is going to be Attune Tectonic Transducer. Is that what it is? Am I reading that right?
Sure.
Yes. It's 4 cost, and it's 2 attack, and if you outwit, you get to smash 2, which means you get discard a card, and you get 2 additional attack. So that's really nice. You can get rid of a card that you potentially don't need or don't want, and so then you can have 4 attack based on that card. The uncommon that you have for this is going to be Build the Suit. It's tech, of course, and it's 3 recruit, but it costs 5. Now, if you played a tech hero and a strength hero previously, you get to transform this card into Ultimate Massive Armor. Now, that's where things get interesting, because Ultimate Massive Armor is a really, really good card. There are 3 of them in his deck, and it is a 6 cost card. Doesn't matter, because you're just transforming. And you get to draw 2 cards, and then you can smash 2. So you're drawing 2 cards, and then you're also going to get 2 attack, which is really nice. And it works really well in tandem with the rare card that Hulkbuster Iron Man has. It's Final Battle. And it's a tech card exclusively, and it's 5 attack, which is really nice as a starter, and then you get +2 attack for each other tech or strength card that you played that turn, which is awesome, especially because with his cards, you're going to be playing a lot of tech cards, of course.
Yep.
So what do you think? Where would you put it?
It's
higher than War Machine.
Higher than War Machine.
Yeah.
I think it pushes out Vision.
I can agree with that. I think it pushed out Vision, and it's just behind, I think, Iron Man.
Yes.
Because I like the draw power aspect of Iron Man more than I like the smash aspect of this.
I will take extra drawing over the smashing.
And it's a little bit more situational in that you have to play strength and tech.
Right.
And you have the outwit keyword. So, and I mean, of course, the base set stuff is from a simpler time, but still. All right, what's next?
Next is Jocasta.
Jocasta, cool. This is your favorite, one of your favorite sets.
I do really like Jocasta a lot. She's got, so there's 5.
I mean, just the
6,
Ant-Man set
7,
as a whole.
8. Yeah, the Ant-Man set is really a good set. She comes in with 8 tech cards.
Okay.
And her first one is her common, where if you get the cost of 3, you get 2 attack, and then if you played a tech hero, you get empowered by tech.
I don't like empowered.
I do like empowered.
I don't.
I really do.
That's okay.
Like,
I just don't like empowered.
I'm
not going to be a fair judge of this one because I don't like empowered.
If you have 5 tech heroes in the HQ, you get
when
empowered
do you have
by tech.
5 tech heroes in the HQ?
I mean, if we're playing a tech deck.
Yeah, but then you're just loading the entire game in your favor regardless. And who cares if you have 5 heroes in the HQ if you're playing a completely tech game?
So sue me if I want to stack the deck in my favor.
Exactly. What are you doing? I'm playing all tech against who? Oh, Red Skull. Oh, how many turns did it take? 3.
And no, I wouldn't play it against Red Skull.
Yeah.
I'd play against Dr.
Loki.
Doom.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough, right? If you have a tech hero, you don't have to put your cards back on your top of your deck.
Exactly.
Jodas.
Plan ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think for 3, this is a really good card, though.
Yeah.
Even if you hate empowered,
you get 2 attack at least.
At least, but you have the potential of getting more.
Yeah, you get.
Yes, I will.
You get at least 2 attack.
I will concede that 5 is a reach. 5 additional attack from the HQ is a reach.
Yes.
But 2 more attack is not.
If I were playing with you with empowered, I would make sure that it wasn't 5, just to mess with your keyword.
Why would you do that to me? Why?
Oh.
Why would you hurt me so?
Yeah, well, you know. Everyone needs a Black Knight.
Well, moving on. Holographic image inducer.
Okay.
See, I can say sciencey words.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep going.
Don't laugh at me.
Sciencey words.
I'm sorry, weren't you just struggling with transductoid?
Yeah, I think it was transducer, but okay.
I'm sorry.
Transductoid. Let's make up words now. Okay, all right.
At the cost of 6, you might have it at 4 because it has size changing for tech. So you can make this cheaper, and you get to draw 2 cards. No other ability. Nothing else happening here. Just draw 2 cards.
Okay.
I like that. I like that a lot. Sadly, I don't like it enough to rocket it into our top 5 or honorable mention.
All right, so let's do...
We only have 4 choices left.
We only have 4 choices, because we don't have Secret Wars Volume 2 with us.
Yeah.
I'm going to save that one for you, because I know it's one of your favorites. Not because it's the best, but just because it's one of your favorites.
Thank you.
All right, so the next one we have is Maximus. This is one I don't use very often. It's the Inhumans, right? Part of the Inhumans?
Yeah.
Or the bad guy for the Inhumans,
Yes.
I guess. Okay. I remember him from the Switch game. The Black Order game. Yeah, he was in that. All right, and so we're going to start with the common for him. It is Enslave the Will, and it is 2 attack, 4 recruit. You get to play a tech hero whenever you play a tech. If you played a tech hero, whenever you defeat a villain this turn, you gain a sidekick. Kind of nice. Sidekicks are pretty good, except for the Civil War ones. Those ones are just kind of
meh.
Yeah. And then we have the uncommon is going to be multi-class, but it is tech, and it is 5 cost and 3 attack. You may have a henchman villain from your victory pile enter the city. If you do, draw a card. That's pretty cool, because then you can have it enter the city, and you already have the 3 attack for this to be able to take out that henchman again. I really like that.
I like that. That's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty sneaky. All right, and the last one is Inhuman Mastery. So yeah, Inhumans. And it is 4 attack, it's 7 cost. Each other player reveals a tech hero or chooses a henchman villain from the victory pile. You defeat all those henchmen for free. Ooh, that's pretty cool. And then if you played a Cabal hero beforehand, you get 1 attack for each henchman you defeated this turn. That's pretty solid. It's fairly situational, but pretty solid. I would say that this isn't top 5. What do you think?
Is it honorable mention though?
I think Vision's better.
I would agree with that.
I think Vision's better just because phasing as a keyword is so much better, and the fact that he has size changing on his uncommon as well.
Lots of size changing, lots of phasing.
The flexibility on the Vision deck is really good.
Yeah, this guy seems pretty situational here. Sorry, Max. I'm just going to call him Max now.
That's fine.
All right. Well, since you saved her for me...
You're welcome.
I will now talk about Domino.
Mm-hmm.
So, Domino has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tech cards.
Yep.
So, close to the line there. Her common, her 1 cost common, Lucky Break, has 0 recruit and 0 attack at the start. But you get to draw a card. And if you played an X-Force hero, you get Versatile of 1. It's 1 cost.
I still think it's worse than Deathlock, though.
How?
Because Deathlock's card may be 2 cost, but you get to draw a card, and you're guaranteed to have it once you have your shield level for the first time.
True, but I will also just take my 1 cost and my 1 draw card. I won't even bother with trying to do the
versatile. Yeah, but how easy is it to get 1 and 2? Most of the time, you either have 1 or 2 left over.
I think this is it's well worth the value.
Okay, I could see that it's slightly more valuable, but I just think it's easy to have 1 or 2 regardless.
Okay, I will agree to disagree.
That's perfectly fine. It's okay to be wrong.
I believe I've been right several times, but we'll move on anyways.
You can believe things.
Let it drop. So, her uncommon is Specialized Ammunition.
Yep.
At the cost of 5, you get 0 recruit and 0 attack for now. You may discard a card from your hand. If that card had a recruit icon, you get 4. If that card had an attack icon, you get 4.
This one's really good.
This one's really good.
What if you have both? Do you get both of them then?
So this is, I think, before they wrote in the actual rules.
So you get both.
You get both. I don't know.
In our games, we get both.
That's actually, that's a good question. I was looking at this and I'm like, oh, it doesn't say you get both.
Yeah.
But all the other ones say
because that's literally the exact same card that Darkheart has.
Right. So maybe we should look into that on whether or not, do they start adding that word?
If you guys know, put it in the comments below.
Yeah. I would say you do get both because every other card that does that gets that, and this would be the same case. Because if you don't, that kind of changes my view of this card.
Yeah.
Because
if you get both, I would say that is almost better than Vision.
Correct.
If you don't get both, I would say it's not.
Due to the question
I'd say
we have here, we just bump it out.
Yep.
Keep it simple.
Yep. All right, so next one, second to last one.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
Is going to be Mr. Fantastic because, he's fantastic.
He is Mr. Meh.
Yeah, I love Mr. Fantastic. So the first one is the common, and it is Twisting Equations. It is 2 recruit, and it's focus 2, which is awesome. When you draw a new hand at the end of this turn, draw an additional card. This card is phenomenal. late game, if you have this card and you have a lot of recruit points in your hand, you have so much flexibility in stacking up your next hand to make sure that you can defeat that mastermind whenever you need to.
That is the one out of Mr. Fantastic's cards that I use the most.
Are you kidding me? His 5-cost uncommon is so good.
I'm not saying I don't use that one. I'm just saying
You said he's Mr. Meh, and 2 of his cards are amazing so far.
I mean,
5 costs, you get to just draw 2 cards. Automatically draw 2 cards. You don't have to have a prerequisite for it. It's called Unstable Molecules, and so that's all it does. But the fact of the matter is that that's all it needs to do.
Joe Costa can draw 2 cards, and she can cost 4.
Doesn't she have prerequisites?
It just costs 6, and she has size changing,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
means she can cost 4.
Not always.
But you have the chance
This
of
is
costing
guaranteed
4.
5.
I'll take my chances with 4.
And you'll have a tech hero too. So, and then the rare we have here is going to be Ultimate Nullifier, and it is 4 attack and 7 cost. If an enemy you fight this turn would have a fight effect, you may cancel that fight effect instead. Could be really useful.
Mhm.
I mean, it's really nice in lots of different situations. And for focus, which is a really good keyword, you get to focus 1 recruit. You get +1 attack usable only against the mastermind. I don't mind that that's restricted.
Yes, because for one recruit or for one focus recruit, there needs to be more restrictions on that.
Yeah, you can't just have yourself be able to, use Thor's rare, basically.
I was just going to say, oh, look, I have Thor playing with Mr. Fantastic. I have
Exactly.
18 recruit points.
Exactly.
I now have 18 attack.
I think this one is ahead of Vision.
Yes.
Okay, so we bump Hulkbuster Iron Man down. Where do you think he's ahead of Hulkbuster Iron Man?
I think he's ahead of Hulkbuster Iron Man.
I can agree with that. What about actual Iron Man? If we're not considering Iron Man's range cards.
I mean, I'm not considering
I know,
Iron Man's
if we're
range
not
cards.
considering it. I think that he might be better. Having
Yeah.
the ability late game, he's flexible early and late game because he allows you to draw cards, but he also allows you to focus away those extra recruit points that don't matter.
I would say he's ahead of Iron Man.
Okay, what about Warlock?
I'd say he's ahead of Warlock.
I would as well, because Warlock is, situational, but the fact of the matter is that when you draw those 2 cards, look at those top 2 cards, then you discard one of them, it's just not quite as good as what you're going to get from Mr. Fantastic.
I look at Warlock and see his whole, his cards and everything, and they all stand out and they all work well together.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty solid at a mid-level when comparing it to Mr. Fantastic. All of his other tech cards are I think, a step above Warlock's.
And I think focus is one of the big factors there.
Mhm.
Because focus is just such a really good keyword. I don't think he's as good as Forge.
No, I don't either.
So he's right here at number 3.
He is number 3.
So our last one.
Our last one, Ant-Man.
He's really good.
Ant-Man is really good.
Poor Hulkbuster Iron Man.
There's so much, mostly because there's so much size changing with Ant-Man, because go figure, it's Ant-Man. His common, Ride the Ants, costs 4, but it comes with size changing of tech, meaning it could cost 2.
But first of all, can we appreciate how awesome the art is on this card?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. I wish they would have said something about Antony on this one.
Oh, it should be just Ride Antony.
Yeah, Ride Antony.
Yeah. It costs 4, but chances are you're gonna have a tech card, so it's gonna get reduced to 2. You get to draw a card and have 1 attack.
I've had so many games where I've been able to chain those things up into each other over and over, just keep on moving.
Well, because then leading on into his next common, which is 5, but comes with microscopic size changing for 3 tech.
Yeah.
Which means you have the potential here of getting money back.
Yeah.
Because if you play 3 tech heroes, which chances are great, you're going to get 6 size changing recruit points against that 5, giving you 1 extra.
Yep.
So you get it for 1. You then also have 2 attack, and then if you played a tech hero, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card.
Yep.
Fantastic. Great card.
I completely agree. I think it's an outstanding card.
And then his last one, which is his rare, the Pim Particles, costs 9, but for now, microscopic size changing of 5 tech.
Yeah, so you can get +1 off
You
of
can
this
get
one.
+1 off that as well, which is phenomenal when you think of it as a rare.
Yeah.
I get this for, I could get paid to get this one.
Mm-hmm.
I get 5 attack, and a hero in the HQ with no size-changing abilities gains size-changing tech this turn.
My only thing is, I wish that it would have been gains microscopic size changing, and they would have put 2 or 3 of them on there. How cool would that have been? If you could have just had a bigger bonus that was coming back to you instead of just having 2 off. That could have been so cool.
It also been so broken.
It could have been. You're right. But that's what this game's about.
Sure.
So I personally think he's definitely ahead of Hulkbuster Iron Man.
Yep.
I think he's definitely ahead of Iron Man
100% agree.
because I think he's a much better version of Iron Man.
Yeah,
he's draw power plus you get attack points.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he's better than Warlock because he's not as situational.
Yes.
I think the fact of the matter is he's better than Mr. Fantastic because of the fact that he's guaranteed attack points that you don't have to focus for, and he's guaranteed draw power within the same turn.
Mm-hmm. And he's guaranteed attack with that drawing.
I mean, later on, Mr. Fantastic can be better because of the fact that you can continuously focus away those recruit points. But with Ant-Man, you're just literally building an attack of like brute force deck.
Ant-Man also does not take that long to get rolling.
Yeah, it's true. What about Forge?
He's ahead of Forge.
You think so?
Yes, because
I agree.
Because I think with Forge, like he's got some really good cards. It works very well and everything.
But they don't build up.
They don't build up, and they don't build up to the insane level that Ant-Man does.
Yeah, exactly. I agree completely. And honestly, I think he's ahead of Darkhawk. I think he's the best one.
So I think like the reason Darkhawk and Ant-Man are both in like the top 2 right now is because they both have the chance of running away with each other and just rolling nonstop.
That just sounds funny. They have the chance to run away with each other.
I mean, hey, man, you know what? It's the 21st century, man.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Where are they? They're not fighting crime. They've run off to the hills. All right.
Hyperspeed away. Go!
Exactly. Hyperspeed! All right, so my personal opinion is because my personal play style is more related to the Ant-Man style in that drawing cards and continuously plussing versus the hyperspeed style of Darkhawk. I think Ant-Man is better. Where are you?
I would agree because the risk of hyperspeed is I might bury cards in my discard pile that I might need, whereas with Ant-Man, I'm going to draw those cards and use them.
It's true.
So
Hyperspeed does also allow you to restack your deck in the way you want it, though.
True, unless you're one of those who buys everything and has a really thick deck.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, so Ant-Man I think sounds like it's our number 1.
Ant-Man's number 1.
Yeah,
As the tech
and he's
hero
really
goes.
good. He's really good. So we have Ant-Man number 1, Darkhawk number 2, Forge number 3. We have Mr. Fantastic number 4. We have Warlock number 5, and number 6. Our honorable mention is base set Iron Man.
I'm
This
happy
is a
with
fun
that.
discussion. I agree. I think these are the best tech heroes that we have. So next time we're going to get into another hero group, another hero class, I should say. We'll pick it, and we'll do either Instinct or Covert next time, I think.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, and I don't think there are going to be as many next time because tech is, I think, one of the biggest groups.
It really is.
So if you guys have a different list than us, let us know in the comments below. Let us know which ones we missed from Secret Wars Volume 2 because I'm definitely interested. And so we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe.